We Got Live Tomorrow, Season 2, Episode 5, Compromised. This episode starts off with Damien Dark, and he's in 1987. He's in 1987, and he meets with Reverse Flash. And Reverse Flash is basically like, hey Damien, it's been like 40 years since we last saw each other. So yeah. So then we see the team, and they're dealing with, Nate creates this device that will, that will channel the anachronisms before they happen. The aberrations. Why did I say that? Aberrations before they happen. And but then they get an aberration from 1987, where Reagan and another guy are going to team up. But so once they get there, they will realize that Damien Dark is the senior advisor to Reagan, and Sara now must choose. Sara, don't engage, but she doesn't listen and tries to kill Damien Dark for obviously killing her sister, because that's basically the whole thing with Sara this season, is that she has to choose whether between killing Damien Dark and going with the team's mission in this episode. That's basic. So then Mick is like, hey, Ray, become the new Leonard Snart, become the new Captain Cold. Because last episode they said that he was like, he's an outsider, and Snart was an outsider, and he was the best outsider he knew, so he wants Ray to take up his mantle. Ray Palmer, the worst character in the entire show, who I don't like. He wants him to take up his mantle. I like Snart, but I don't like Ray. I'll go with Miller. But I like Brandon Routh. I'm not gonna say I don't like Brandon Routh. I do, but I just don't like Ray. He's just too annoying of a character. It's not like I don't like his actor. Brandon Routh has been in some pretty things, like Superman Returns, of all movies, and so I'm not saying that I'm not saying he's a bad actor. I'm just saying that, so anyway, Sarah's like, so Sara decides to attack Dark, but so Ray thinks that crossing streams is a good idea, but it blows up the plan. So he's like, don't cross streams. And he's like, if you only let me make tinkers to the cold gun. And he's like, the cold gun's fine. And so they basically say, hey Sara, you shouldn't have done that. I know that saving Laurel is what you want, but what do you think it would do to the time? As Rip said, if Sara saves Laurel, Sara, Laurel, and Quentin could have been Dark's target. If Sara wouldn't have came onto his mission, Laurel wouldn't have only been the one who died. My boy Quentin and Sara would have died. So saving Laurel could cause another timeline. So they decide to go and and also young Marty's in this episode again. He's back in this episode, and he's basically talking to Damien Dark, but then Damien Dark stabs young Marty, which affects our Martin. So now they have to bring him onto the time ship, and he's like, what? it's you again. And he's like, you wouldn't have to be on this timeship if you spent time, if you didn't ignore Clarissa. And Clarissa, I'm always forgetting her name, but I'm saying her name right. Clarissa, and you know, and Mayor spent her birthday alone, and he's like, oh no, Clarissa! Cause this dude, cause this dude, I know that he's younger Martin, but I like R. Martin better because R. Martin likes his wife, Sobe. So likes his wife. So they decided to go and fight. So yeah, but yeah. So older Martin dances with young Clarissa. Why did I say Clarissa? I have no idea why I said that. Clarissa. It's just so hard to say her name. She's one of the hardest naming characters I've ever had to pronounce on this show, because it's just on this review show, because it's just like, it's so hard to pronounce her name. So they decide to dance, and she explains about how her husband is always doing stuff. always his science over her, but she likes him. And so, yeah, so then we see Clarissa and Martin dancing. But yeah, so Sara basically talks to Demon Dark. And the guy Demon Dark is with, think of the legend arc, up with Demon Dark. She's like, yeah, that's not happening. So they decide to go and team up with, so she's like, hey, Demon, hey, got the part. So she's like, hey, Demon Dark, you think that your plan will work? No, it doesn't. You'll lose everything. You'll lose your wife. You threaten your own daughter. You threatened to kill your own daughter. And I don't have Sara knows all this because she wasn't there during the events of season 4, but I'm guessing Oliver told her off screen, or Quentin told her off screen. She's like, you lose everything, Demon Dark. You lose your wife. You kill her, and you end up being killed. So, but then, so they learn that Damien Dark is working with a speedster. Abraham zooms him out there and like, yeah, Damien Dark is working with a speedster. So yeah, Damien Dark, like, hey, let me, now he knows his path, his future, maybe he can go with him till he changes it. Yeah, so they're like, so Maya and Nate go to an old GSA, what's it called? An old GSA base. They're like, this is a real GSA stranger. It's a GSA stranger. So they meet with the old version of Obsidian. And he's like, why'd you leave us, Maya? And she's like, because to find Rex's killer. And he's like, you left us to hang out with these losers. And he's like, and he's like, were you and our man dating? And she's like, no, after the war, me and Rex were going to leave for a new life. but then he got killed, so. And he's like, wow, you and Iron Man were together. So, yeah. So Martin, tells his younger self, Marty, to spend more time with Clarissa. Her name is hard. Yeah, but then Damien Darhk and Damien Darhk speeds opening up a portal. And that's the end of the episode. So anyway, that was a pretty good episode. I really enjoyed it. It was really good. So anyway, that's it for this video. And I'll see you next time for more, for more Legend of Tomorrow. Bam, 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 bam.